Hello everyone again, and welcome to this new update, this Monday update. I'd like to start with the match that was played yesterday evening. Of course, as you can probably see here, it was a winning match. Luckily, 4-1. To be honest, I was not expecting such a score, but there were a few factors that did allow this. Well, first of all, this disqualification. We were actually winning already, but yeah, apparently the opponents were quite nervous, as you can probably see over here. For yellow cards, then finally a red card, which allowed us to score the very last goal. So 4-1 the score, the final one. And well, let's analyze a little bit the lineups and the tactics of the two teams. I think this team have changed their lineup in order to attempt to counter us. And I think, well, provided that our last our previous lineup of one less was composed of one less midfielder and one more striker. It looks to me like an appropriate lineup. Still, it's quite empty over here, and of course they were trying probably to exploit three good strikers, as you can see here. Not very experienced, not very high finishing skills anyway. Very good finishing skills, immense experience, and yeah, decent finishing skills and good routine as well. So yeah, they were probably trying to exploit this and a good midfielder in the middle, and the good goalkeeper. So it was quite empty over here in the midfield, but there was a full set of strikers to attempt and exploit the lack of experience here in our defense. But the fact is that we, as you can probably see, as you probably have seen in the last video, we have swapped the least experienced defender with a more experienced one, and that was probably the winning move. They were probably trying to exploit the amount of experience they have with these three players. But yeah, all in all, this additional midfielder trick worked out pretty well this time around, and for the second time actually, out of three times I tried it. So yes, please leave some comments because that one comment uh, has actually led to a couple more victories than they would probably be. So there we go. Leave a comment and why not help the team out yourself. So this was basically the analysis. So let's just add a little bit, one little point here, which is 1, 2, and 3 were able to pierce through us quite poor central defense and right back. Now, of course, the goalkeeper's very good, but let's see if he's any experience. Yeah, he's more than decently experienced, but yeah, apparently that was not sufficient to to cover the lacks of these three players. But yeah, that was the tactical analysis. Basically, there would probably be a few more things to say, but I don't want to bore you away. So let's have a look at the stats. Just one little second. So 53% ball possession, which is more than the opponents could do. Probably because because of the lack of players in the middle and the lack of quality back here. And yeah, 13 shots versus 6, 11 shots on target, and actually, the more we play, the more I can see the average of the scoring shooting ratio is shooting on target ratio is around 30% every time. So all the time, and yeah, we'll see if it keeps on going like this. One yellow card, and yeah, I think this is basically it in terms of the match analysis. But since it's Monday, let's have a look at the finances. Oh no, sorry. Let's have a look at the standings first. So there we go. Sixth place. Of course, it doesn't mean much because we are at the start of the season. So it doesn't mean much at this point of the season. Talking about the placement. What I'd like to talk about, what I'd like to say though, rather than talking about, is the fact that this was one of the strongest teams, in my opinion, in this league. So I'm quite satisfied and quite happy with the outcome of the match. Of course, the main regret here out of 3 matches, having lost the very first one, which in my opinion was the easiest out of the 3 we have played already. Yeah, it's quite a bit of a regret because we might regret this at the very end of the season when we'll be fighting for the very first or probably second, third, fourth positions, and we'll probably miss those 3 more points in a fatal way. Hopefully not, but still, at the moment, I'm afraid looks like so. We might be there already. We might be here already. Which again doesn't mean much, but still, it does help. 3 more points always do help. So another very difficult match next time, but we'll see that on Wednesday. What we're going to do in order to prepare our tactics for the match. And yeah, let's go ahead then with the financial update. Let's go. So, as you can probably see, very important thing is that wages have grown in a remarkable way, and that's due to the fact that from season to season, between season and season, wages grow based on the amount of experience the players have made up, and yeah, the skills growing because of the training sessions. So of course wages are growing, and this is making the wages more expensive for the club. Luckily, we've got a few aces up our sleeve because, as you could probably see, we have some young and talented players. We're starting to sell them for more than decent money. And of course, let's have a look. Where is it? It's here. So let's have a look at the next player leaving. This one. So this one player, Canarta, is leaving, and well, is about to leave. He'll be signed for another club tomorrow, and as you can probably see, he's selling for 34 millions already. So I'm expecting this amount of money to grow tomorrow, quite remarkably, actually. And yeah, so will easily make up for the for this sort of financial hole that are the wages, and also selling players means that wages will drop a little bit, because this one player here, he costs around 800,000 credits every week, if I'm correct. Yes, 800,000. So, of course, wages will drop by 800,000 next week, which is good news, of course. Well, and this is everything for today, I think. Let me know if you'd like to know something more during the Monday updates, because to be honest, I think it's quite boring to go through the match and the financial situations only. So please make sure you give some suggestions if you'd like to see something specific. And yeah, of course, in the comments down below. And leave a like or a dislike and subscribe. And of course, attempt to give your best suggestions in order to make this team improve. And I'd like this team to be sort of um, participated form of running a club. So thanks a lot for watching, thanks a lot for listening, and make sure we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks a lot again. Bye.